The Zero-Rupee note is an imitation banknote in India that is used to fight against systematic political corruption. These notes, of course, have no monetary value, and they are not printed by the Indian government. Instead, the non-governmental organization known as the Fifth Pillar started distributing these notes in 2007, and since they have distributed over 3 million of these notes across India. So, what is the Fifth Pillar, and what does corruption look like in India? The Fifth Pillar's central mission is to reduce corruption. They define corruption as the misuse of entrusted power for private gain, for example by government employees. They first started this campaign by distributing 25,000 of these notes in Chennai, a city in the southeast of India. This campaign proved to be quite successful, and so they quickly expanded this program across the country. The organization's volunteers distribute these notes in railway stations, bus stations, and marketplaces to raise awareness about bribery, individual rights, and the fact that the public does not have to engage in these corrupt activities. In India, many public services such as obtaining a driver's license, a voter ID, or a birth certificate are extremely time-consuming and often require hidden fees to speed up the process. Further, in many cases like obtaining a driver's license, these public services are supposed to be free. Thus, these Zero-Rupee notes are paid in protest to these corrupt government employees. The Zero-Rupee note is designed to look similar to the 50-rupee note in India, but with many noticeable differences. These notes are much larger than real banknotes, and they are printed on thicker paper. They're also filled with various anti-bribery slogans, such as "I promise to neither accept nor give a bribe," which is printed front and center on the note. The backside of the note does not resemble an actual bill, as this could cause legal issues, specifically for counterfeiting money. So the backside includes the Fifth Pillar's contact info alongside a message saying to report cases of corruption, as in India, corruption is illegal and could potentially lead to jail time. Sometimes a corrupt government employee might say something along the lines of, "Make Gandhi smile and then I may be able to help you." Gandhi is on every single banknote in India. Then, the other person is supposed to roll up the banknote to make it smaller and harder to see so that it can be discreetly handed over to the other person. Because corruption is illegal and could lead to potential jail time, these Zero-Rupee banknotes are a clever way to stand up to corrupt civil servants. In cases where they are used, the corrupt government employee would usually stand down, as to not draw too much attention to themselves and their corrupt activities. Since these notes are printed on thick paper, they cannot be rolled up into the roll shape, and thus everyone in the surrounding area would be able to see exactly what's going on. This has the effect of politely and publicly shaming corrupt behavior, while giving people the option not to engage in corruption. It's hard to definitively say how much an effect these Zero-Rupee notes have on India, but given that it grew from just 25,000 notes to 3 million, it's safe to assume that the campaign succeeded in reducing at least some corruption in India. In fact, so the bills could be used in more areas across the country, the program expanded to include bills in 5 languages: Tamil, Hindi, Kannada, Malayalam, and Telugu. So, to conclude, the Zero-Rupee note is printed by the non-governmental organization known as the Fifth Pillar, as a means of reducing corruption in India. The idea is that whenever a civil servant demands a bribe, the other person could hand over these Zero-Rupee notes as a way of standing up to the corrupt government employee in a way that does not put anyone in any immediate danger. Overall, it's safe to assume that this bill has had a positive effect on India, and given that the program has expanded so much, one can say that the Zero-Rupee note has had a positive impact in helping reduce corruption across India and maybe other countries in the years to come. And that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you all so much for watching.